What up? I don't know how many are on. If we're live, I think we are. I was going to show you guys. I feel like there's a lot of money to be made in this, so I feel like it's important for us to go over it with you guys for a little bit. But the grading craze is out of control, and there's lots of money being made. And I feel like to maximize your dollars, if you feel like doing this, a lot of people don't do it because they don't feel comfortable. So I thought I'd go through it real quick and let you know how to do it. And all you essentially do is you prep the cards. First thing I would do is I would go to Beckett, actually. Beckett.com. Let me go back. All right, here's your Beckett.com homepage. And then all you're going to do is click up here on graded cards. There's a little graded cards icon. Okay, so you click on that, and then it'll bring up your, if you don't have an account, you'll create an account. I mean, you guys can do that, but what you're going to do is, what I do is I go to standard submission, and then all I do is I print this out, and this is everything you're going to send this in with them. Make sure you fill out your, obviously, all this stuff, but that way you'll have an account and you can check everything online. But all you do is you get the sheet of paper, and then you decide what service level. Let me switch this over. Okay. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is decide what cards you're going to send. And right now, man, cards don't have to be gem mint to get gem mint. Most of my cards that I think are nines get gem mints, and most cards that I think are near mint to mint get mint. So it's the wild, wild west. It is what it is. You can sit out, that you can be an old codger and rage against the machine, or you can get in on the action. That's up to you. If you're going to complain about it, I'm not your guy. If you want to make a few extra bucks, I am your guy. So all you're going to do is you're going to print it out, and then it all depends on the value of your cards, because you have different options, fellas. You have 2-day, 5-day. Give me a second. I'm trying to fix this so you can see. 2-day, 5-day, 10-day, 30-day, and non-guaranteed, which takes over a year in most cases. So I wouldn't suggest doing that unless you're just wanting to save a few bucks. The cool thing now is they have options where you don't have to pay for the subgrades if you don't want it. Me personally, I think you want all cards to have subgrades that are, let's say, $50 or more in value, just because like if you have a true gem, which true gem means all 4 subgrades are gem mint or better. So those sell for a lot more. If you look at a Zion Silver, one with 3 9.5s and a 9 that's gem mint sells for significantly less than the true gem mint. So it's worth that price difference in a lot of cases, not all cases. But here's your choices down here, and you're going to check that box. I've been sending in a lot of 2-day orders for us, like 8 cards, 6 cards, not many cards, which isn't beneficial for your insurance and your return shipping, but the value is so great right now. It's worth it. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat the small shit, man. Stop being a little tightwad. If you're out there, Mr. Tightwad, just follow what we got to say, and I think you'll be surprised. The grading thing will come. Don't not send a card because you see a little white on the back corner or whatnot. I mean, dude, I sent in a John Morant that was banged up on the front surface, and I'm just trying to figure out where they're at. You know, like, what are they grading gem mint? What are they grading mint? At the end of the day, it's not my opinion. I can't grade a card and make it any more valuable. They can. So it's their opinion that matters. But it's important to figure out what they're, on their good days, what they're expecting, and on the bad days, what they're expecting. But I've been doing a lot of 2-day, which is $50 a card, and we've been hitting big licks. So we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars, guys, on just 6 or 8 cards. Excuse me. That Zion 101 fucked my voice up. I'm still fucked up. So the 2-day, I do $50 a card. That gets me the subgrades. Again, those are what matter in most cases. You can do, I suggest if you're wanting to take a a longer approach, do the 30-day. I would do, depending on the value of the cards, if you're a couple $100 a card, I would do the subgrades. If not, it's $10 a card when you send 100 or more. If you don't have that many, obviously it's 25 a card for non-subgrades. I'm not going to go over the prices. You can read. If you're on the internet, you can get on here and do this. All you do is you fill out how many cards you want to submit. But my point was, there's a couple different types of cards that you fool with cleaning up the surface, and there's some that you don't. Like if you have, let's say, an 84 Topps Mattingly, you're not really going to go taking a microfiber cloth and rubbing the surface because it's just a paper surface. You might want to look and make sure there's not any fingerprints on the front, but I really don't go fooling with much of that just because. But these chrome cards, it's really important because your fingerprints will cause issues, grading issues that don't make any sense. But like there's different types of finishes on these cards, guys, so you got to be careful, and you really have to be careful around the autograph. If you're not careful around the autograph, no, I'm not taking any shot, bro. You can mess up the auto if you start rubbing on that. But all I do is I take a microfiber cloth. You can get them on Amazon, whatever. You can get like a pack of 6 for a few bucks. I fold it in half, and then I've already done this card. There wasn't much to it. It came out clean. Dan pulled it. I bought it from him. It's clean. It should gem in. So I'll just take a look at it when I do, and then if everything looks okay, I just set that one to the side. But I wanted the surface on this one. You can wipe it down with this if it needs it. If you see fingerprints, things like that, but don't go rubbing on it real hard. The next ones are the difference between this card let me show you. This card and this card is the sticker on there. You got to be real careful with this sticker and take a look at what's going on the sticker. Like that's an on-card auto, on-card signature, and there's nothing going on with that sticker. Sometimes there can be some things on the sticker that'll cause you issues with the grade. But what I would do on a card like this is I'd always pull it out. I don't wear gloves like a lot of these guys, and I mean, all my cards have been coming back mint or gem mint. So you do it how you want. I'm sure there's videos on there if you want to wear surgical gloves. I don't need to, but I handle it like this on the sides. And you can see that surface has already been made sure that there's no fingerprints or whatnot. I even will hold the card this way on the penny sleeve, and then I'll take a look on the back. I mean, this has got some faint printing lines, man. You can see them if you hit it right, see? But man, you got to try it because it'll double the value. Hey, Jason Gunderson. Hey man, why don't you mind your own business, bro? Go find another page. Like you can see, but let me just show you how we'll do it. Yeah, I'll run my store how I choose, man. Appreciate it. But all I do is I take it like that, and I don't go pressing on it real hard. Mainly it's fingerprints, but I'll just kind of wax it a little bit and do it like that. It'll shine, man. It really will, just by your microfiber, and then I'll close it. Make sure you have a box of Ultra Pro. You can get those on the site, I think, for $20. And go from there. Give it one last look before you send it out. You don't want to waste money, but I think it's important. I think it's important to, I don't think I've done this card yet. Maybe I did because it's clean. Or maybe it came, no, there's a few little, just be real careful. Take your time, man. You could be talking about hundreds or thousands of dollars. Be real careful with it. I mean, if you're an idiot and you can't take care of cards, well, yeah, wear some gloves or whatever. Do whatever you need to do. Whatever makes you feel better. But I don't wear them. It's just because I don't think it's important to me. There's a little thing on his arm that's not a tattoo. It's kind of like a little hair that's like stuck. Yeah. So I've seen people use wax or whatnot. This car, is in my eyes not a gem mint. We ought to do a submission, and I can tell you the grades, and then we'll check them when we get back. No, they won't. They won't appraise your cards or tell you what to send in and what not to send in. You're going to have to, that's why these, you know what I mean? Like this expertise these guys have that have been doing this for so long, there's some value in it. You're going to have to learn the process just like anything else in this world. So that's what I would do. No, I didn't get the Screaming Eagle. We just came up with it one day. I don't really remember how. And I mean, maybe it was subconsciously. I don't know. But what you'll do is I'm just going to do a dummy order for you. You're going to fill out all this up here. But the main thing is down here, like you'll check today, like I told you. And then you just take the number of cards you have, fill this out. I mean, this is stuff that you should be able to do. The main thing is your payment option. Make sure you put all your credit card information and you sign right there. If you don't sign, I don't think they'll process it. Signature. Just right there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, man. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you guys kind of a base on how to do it. There's plenty of videos out there on how to do it. But I appreciate you tuning in, man. Over 200 people at 7 in the morning or whatever it is. Pretty solid. Appreciate the support. Always be dragging. Have a good day, man. Have a good day. If you're breathing, you got a shot.